Today we're going to be making these soft and chewy jujubes with simple ingredients which are so easy to make at home. Hi and welcome back to Plating It with Wendy, where I share with you recipes which impress with ease. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a like, share and comment. And if you enjoy trying out recipes that turn out right every time, you're at the right place. So go ahead, press that subscribe button, and while you're at it, if you hit the bell icon, you'll be the first to get notified every time I upload a new video. Now, let's get started. For this recipe, we're going to add half a cup of room temperature water to a bowl. And now into that, we're going to add 30 grams of gelatin, making sure that all the gelatin soaks in that water. Now we're going to leave this aside for the gelatin to bloom. And once it blooms, you'll see that it turns into a sort of puck-like shape. Next, we're going to prep our molds. And for this, I like to use silicone molds. So I'm using one which is an ice tray and the other which is a candy mold. Now we're going to brush them with a little bit of oil so that the jujubes pop out easily once set. You could also use a glass container to set the jujubes, and once you unmold it, you can cut it into the desired size squares that you like. To start making the jujubes, we're going to add 3/4 cup of water to a heavy bottom pot, and into that we're going to add 2 cups of white granulated sugar. Now we're going to give that a stir and we're going to bring it to a boil on a high heat. Now that the water is boiling, we're going to give it a stir to make sure that all the sugar has dissolved and we have a clear liquid. Now we've added quite a bit of sugar, so we're going to add 1 teaspoon of lemon juice to make sure that the sugar does not crystallize. And now it's time for us to reduce the heat to low and allow the liquid to simmer for 5 minutes. By that time, the liquid would have thickened. So now we're going to add in the gelatin. And we're going to give it a stir till the gelatin dissolves and mixes well with the liquid. Once the gelatin has completely dissolved and blended with the sugar syrup, it's time to take it off the heat and divide it according to the flavors that you want. We're going in for 4 flavors, so I'm going to divide it equally into the 4 bowls that I have. Now in the first bowl, we're going to add half a teaspoon of peach flavoring, and to that we're going to add a drop of orange color. In the second bowl, we're going to add half a teaspoon of lemon extract and 1 drop of yellow food coloring. Now let's give that a mix. In the third bowl, we're going to add half a teaspoon of green apple flavoring and half a drop of green food color. We're going to give this a mix and see the color come to life. In our last bowl, we're going to add half a teaspoon of raspberry flavor and half a drop of red food coloring. Now here's a tip: when filling the molds, I like to transfer the liquid into a jug with a spout and then pour it into the molds. This way it becomes easier to control when you are pouring. Or if you wanted, you could use a spoon, but I find that becomes a little bit messy. We're going to continue the process of filling the molds with all the flavors. Once you're finished filling all the flavors into the molds, it's time to cover them up and place it into the refrigerator for at least 3 to 4 hours for the jujubes to set. In a plate, we're going to add half a cup of sugar, and now we're going to start unmolding the jujubes. And you'll see how easy it becomes to unmold it because we put it into a silicone tray. Now we're going to put the jujubes into the sugar and coat them all around with it. Wow, look how easily the sugar is sticking to the jujubes. And now here's a tip that I'm going to share with you. We're going to take the coated jujubes and place it on a wire rack. And we're going to continue the process till we have coated all the jujubes with the sugar. Now here's another tip I'm going to share with you. We're going to leave it on our counter to dry for 24 hours. This is going to help the sugar stick to the jujubes. Oh my goodness! Look at that! If you want to gift these to someone for Christmas, you could buy a little jar, bottle them up, put a little Christmas decoration on it, and you're ready to go. And now it's time to give the jujubes a taste. Wow, I did not know which flavor to go in for. Should I do the peach, the lemon, the green apple, or the raspberry? I think we'll go for the peach. Oh, look at that. See that? How soft it is. I like the way the sugar has coated the jujubes, and when you put it into your mouth, it's chewy but still just melts in your mouth. This is a must-try recipe, so hop onto my website, platingitwithwendy.com, where you will find the full written recipe. Thanks for watching. See you soon.